Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Mrs. Momshie TV. I'm your host, Candy, and today we're going to tackle all about my online job. So, in the part 1, we talked about how I started as a virtual assistant, paano nga ba ako nagkaroon ng work, magkano yung kinikita ko, ano yung mga tasks na ginagawa ko, at today, we're going to tackle on what are the qualities talaga as an online worker or as a work from home professional. What qualities do you need to possess to be successful in this online world or in this online position that you are in? So based on my experience, I'm just going to share the very first task talaga na inassign ni client sa akin is to install WordPress on a certain website or on a certain, like a control panel. We call it cPanel. So, wala talaga akong background sa ganun. I don't have any background about creating websites kasi yung background ko was more in journalism. So my job at that time was from the newspaper. I do layout, I create news, nag-interview ako. So iba talaga yung nature ng work ko before I landed an online job. So paano nga ba? So I was panicking at that time. Hindi ko talaga alam kung paano. So when Barb, my first employer, hired me, yun talaga yung ni-request niya, you install WordPress on this, install WordPress. Yun yung sinabi niya. At tapos, meron siya dong parang instructions or guidelines kung paano gawin, kung saan gawin, pero hindi siya specific, like talagang step by step kung saan gawin. So, hindi ko talaga, at that time, hindi ko pa naisip na pwede pala ako mag-Google, yung mga ganun. Or siguro at that time na-Google ko pero hindi ko talaga maintindihan kung ano yung task na gusto niyang gawin ko. Kasi wala talaga akong familiarity sa web development or ano yung WordPress. Hindi talaga ako kabisado dun. So, but ang nangyari is talagang I did my best. Nag-try ako kung ano nga ba yun. Nag-research nga ako pero hindi ko alam kung saan, kung paano. So, what I did is I just really told her honestly na ito yung nangyari sa akin. I just don't know how to do this task. How am I going to proceed? And then, it was such a challenge kasi that time, wala pa nga akong internet at wala akong laptop sa bahay. So, I had to do it in an internet cafe. So, talagang, my God, napaka-challenging. Nagpanic na ako, ganyan. So, nagtatanong ako kay hubby because he's more inclined with technology. At, siya, computer science graduate siya. So, I was really hoping that he can help. So, he helped me with these things. Talagang nagto-troubleshoot siya doon kung paano. Pero to no avail talaga. So, what I did is I was just being honest to the client. I was just being honest to Barb. Sinabi ko sa kanya na I really did my best pero hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Wala talaga akong background sa ganito. So, what she did is she emailed me back and she told me ganito yun. Ito yung process doon. Talagang sinabi niya sa akin yung lahat, yung step by step. Punta ka dito sa site na to, login ka dito, at ito yung gagawin mo. Hanapin mo yung ganito, yung section na ganito, at i-install mo yung WordPress. So, doon na nagsimula na that's how I actually got my first knowledge about website development. So, I'm more familiar now with WordPress website development. Yun talaga yung background ko dito sa online job. So, yeah, that's how it happened. So, as a virtual assistant or as a work from home professional or freelancer or independent contractor, you really need to be, number one, you need to be honest. You need to be honest to your client or to your employer. You need to tell them kung ano nga ba talaga yung yung background mo, ano yung kaya mo, ano yung hindi mo kayang gawin, yung strengths and weaknesses mo. Kailangan i-assert mo sa kanya para matulungan kanya mag-succeed at mag-perform excellently din sa trabaho mo. Okay, so number 2 is you need to be super resourceful. Resourceful meaning mabilis ka makapaghanap ng information kung may mga things na hindi mo maintindihan sa trabaho, pwede mong gamitin talaga yung Google. Yun talaga yung number 1. Go to Google. Siya yung best friend mo dito sa trabahong to. Maghanap ka ng mga tutorial videos dyan sa YouTube kung paano nga ba gawin tong ganito, kung paano nga ba i-install tong ganito. YouTube ka lang or Google, marami ka talaga makukuhang resources doon na makakatulong sa productivity mo. Okay, so number 3, you need to be super reliable. So once the client says, I need this task done by tomorrow, you really need to get it done by tomorrow, no matter what. At alam mo naman tayong mga Pinoy, may mga challenges tayo. Like for example, brown out. For example, no internet kasi may bagyo. So, ano nga bang gagawin natin? So, today, may mga clients talaga na nagre-require ng backup internet, especially dito sa bahay. Or, merong iba dyan na nangangailangan magkaroon ka ng generator kasi in case mag-brown out, meron ka pa ring electricity, or if wala kang internet, meron ka pa ring backup. So, yun, napaka-costly din ng mga ganun. Pero meron namang ibang clients na they cover the fees dun sa internet at saka yung sa power yata. But I have never encountered a client who does that. However, may alam akong mga friends na ganun. Okay, so yeah. So, yun na nga. Number 1 is you have to be honest. Number 2, you have to be resourceful. Number 3 is you need to be reliable. So, number 4, you also need to be super organized. Kasi nga, yung trabaho nito ay nandito lang sa bahay. Meron din tayong mga challenges dito sa bahay. Like, for example, meron tayong mga kids, meron tayong mga dapat gawin, mga ibang responsibilities na related lang dito sa household. Tapos, yung trabaho mo ay nandun lang sa bahay. So, kailangan super organized ka. Ako, ang ginagawa ko is meron talaga akong notebook. Napaka old school ko talaga. Gusto ko talaga sinusulat yung mga ginagawa ko or dapat kong gawin on a certain everyday. Before ako matulog, sinusulat ko talaga what do I need to do the next day at ano yung kailangan kong tapusin on that day. So, yeah, you have to be organized. You need to have a schedule. Kumbaga, you need to have a schedule, susulat mo. Ngayon, na modern na tayo ngayon, meron namang mga apps dyan na nag-susupport sa atin in terms of productivity, in terms of, organizing our schedule. Meron namang mga apps na makakatulong sa atin. Okay, so number 5, we should also be good time managers. So, sometimes we get super overwhelmed sa mga tasks. Minsan hindi natin masyadong kabisado yung task, so it can really take a lot of time. Now when you're working at home, you really need to be super efficient and fast, and of course accurate din. And so what you have to do is the technique there is you don't need to spend a lot of time on just one task. Kasi mauubos na yung 8 hours mo doon. At saka hindi ka na productive. So, paano yan? So, that's why it's important talaga maging honest, mag-communicate kayo sa client ninyo. Sabihin nyo na I'm not very good with this. I'm not well versed with this specific task. Maybe you have any tips to help me succeed. Ganun lang. You just have to be assertive. You just have to be honest about it. The 5th trait that a virtual assistant should have is you need to have motivation. Yun talaga yung importante because like I said, napaka-challenging if mag-work at home. Yung iba, they think madali lang yan kasi nasa bahay ka lang, hindi ka na kailangan magbihis, hindi mo na kailangan maligo or what. No, kailangan pa rin natin talaga ng motivation everyday kahit yung trabaho natin is nandito lang sa bahay. So, what I do is sometimes nauubusan talaga na ako ng inspiration. Tapos, kailangan ko lang ng change of environment. So, sometimes, dinadala ko na lang yung laptop ko at we go, and my husband and I, just go to a cafe where there's internet, we take a few sips, we also work together, yun. And then, sometimes, I really love the joy rides, just to look at scenery, yung nature, kailangan ko talaga yun. I love to take a walk. I love to just, smell the breeze that's around me and just enjoy the nature. So, nakakatulong yun sa akin para when I go back to my workspace at trabaho na naman, then I can really perform to my best kasi nga, motivated na ako at may boost na talaga to work, to get back to work. Okay, so another trait that a virtual assistant must have is the sixth, I guess, is you need to be super focused. Dapat hindi ka madaling ma-distract, lalo na dito sa bahay. Minsan, may mga visitors tayo na pupunta sa bahay unnoticed. So, napakahirap ng ganun kasi what if you have a deadline and then you have visitors? So, ano bang pipiliin mo? Yung trabaho mo, yung bisita mo. So, napakahirap talaga. And then, hindi lahat ng tao nakakaintindi dito sa trabaho natin. Akala lang siguro nila, dito lang tayo sa bahay, wala tayong ginagawa at always tayong available para mag-entertain sa kanila. So, hindi ganon. So, yung mga nanonood dyan may mga kakilala na mga virtual assistants, we should also know and, just respect boundaries kasi nga, yung trabaho ng isang VA or online job, nasa bahay nga lang. So, we need to limit yung mga visits, yung mga, alam mo na. So, we just have to be super, super focused talaga dito sa work natin. Dapat walang distractions. And so, what I do is, I always set right now, I've set a space na dun lang talaga ako mag-work at talagang walang ibang distractions. Kasi nga, when I'm on the computer, talagang nakaglue na lang yung mata ko dun sa computer. At nagbabasa, nag-a-analyze, yung mga ganun. So,